here's one way you can test it. If you are ever at the White House, try their Wi-Fi password.
It was Big Hand Energy.
Big Hand Energy 33,000.
You're listening to the Noisy Business Podcast, the unapologetic comedy podcast that takes you deep into the semi-sophisticated mind of Brayton.
Have you even heard of the bro code? I've considered selling marijuana, but I just don't know how to get it. Pretty sure that dude's a Nazi. She said my dick was racist.
And the untamed imagination of Sean.
I never learned how to wash my hands. I was homeschooled, okay? It made me cream my pants. There's people in the audience that need to know we're talking about dicks.
Sit back and turn your volume down. It's about to get noisy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Noisy Business Podcast. I am your host, and my co-host. I am your host, Brayton, and this is my co-host, Sean. We are here in the building.
What's up, guys?
We need to remember not to touch these things because it makes such a creaky noise, or get some WD-40.
Yeesh.
But it's been a pretty big week. We have been able to.
What do you mean? It's been a big week.
It has been huge.
Oh,
if you know what I'm saying.
That it's been huge.
Yeah. If you're watching our video podcast, you might know. Yeah. You might notice that it looks a little different, but not too different because we actually paid for a replica studio space
of my bedroom.
Of your bedroom.
That's right.
It is incredibly expensive to pay a whole construction team to make a second floor of a building specifically for podcasting.
Yes.
But it's good for nap time.
It is. I mean, I don't know whose decision it was to still put a mattress in the corner of the studio.
It was a joint decision. No,
it wasn't. No, he doesn't mean like both of us together. He means that somebody smoked weed and they were like, dude, it would be cool if we kept like a mattress in the corner, so when we're like tuckered out, we could slip in a quick power nap,
get a little nappy poo
after the pod or before the pod, kind of get a quick refresh.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, no, we don't. Okay, first of all, we're in California, so it's legal. Second of all, we're not cool enough to smoke weed.
We don't partake. I'm wearing a pocket square.
He's wearing a pocket square on a Thursday in San Diego.
But, on a Thursday, any other day, it's okay.
Have you seen the thing I'm trying to grow on my upper lip? I don't smoke weed.
That's true. You smoke poles, though.
I smoke poles. Thank you.
You like to tickle the mast.
It's just a nice, subtle, extra above and beyond kind of touch.
Anyhow. We have a lot to talk about today. It is crazy, and we're going to jump right into it with the word of the day.
The word of the day. Because everybody knows that music. What was that?
That was the word of the day.
Carol Baskin.
You kind of stepped on
Carol
it.
Baskin?
No.
Are we talking about Tiger King? Finally. All right, you guys. It's been a year, and we're Tiger
King's 2020, bro. We're well past that.
Season dose, baby.
No.
Joe Bastian.
Sure. Why are you playing that again?
That is the word of the day. I'm trying to incorporate. Now, most of the time, Sean runs the show, and I'm doing it today, so it's running a little bit differently. But Joe Bastian is the word of the day. I'm trying to bring in education, more words, expand your vocabulary, and maybe even open your mind to pocket squares.
I don't want you to open my mind anymore. It's closed. It's been closed for years.
That is a very true statement. You are a closed-minded individual.
Thank you.
It took you forever to just start trying to grow a mustache.
Yep, that's right.
Once again, you might want to watch our video podcast that we are now putting on YouTube. Mm-hmm. But yes, the word is Joe Bastian. Sorry, not you got me going, bro.
Can I make a semi-educated guess?
Yes, go ahead.
Now,
you're not going to get it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Joe Bastian is the name of the beloved crab from The Little Mermaid, who was always kind of Ariel's, conscious. He was trying to be her guide around the story and trying to get her through the troubles that she saw. Right?
Close.
Pretty sure it was a crab.
That it's a crab?
Pretty sure it is a crab.
Incorrect. It is
another crustacean.
It is not a crustacean at all. It doesn't live under the sea.
All right, what is it?
Educate me. A tedious scolding.
Uh-oh.
Now,
okay.
that kind of sets the stage of what we're going to be talking about. There's going to our theme, if you will, is going to be potential scoldings or scoldings that have happened in our lives and around our lives. And one of the biggest things that we have found out is a potential scolding that may have happened by none other than our ex-president Donald Trump.
Right.
Who now in this time Joe Biden has just been inaugurated yesterday, but it was found that he did indeed do what most presidents do when leaving office, and that is leaving a note for the next president.
Are you saying that he went off on the newly elected President Joe Biden in this letter?
He may have went on a little bit of a tangent.
I thought when you said scolding, I thought that you were going to be talking about Trump, obviously, but I thought it was going to be directed towards Ivanka. I thought he was going to be like, this marriage is over. You're the reason I didn't become president again. I should have never married you. You're too good looking for me, so everybody was too distracted.
Your daughter's pretty hot, though. But I mean,
wait, that's not her daughter.
No, that's his daughter.
Ivanka is his daughter.
Oh, they need to delineate the names a little bit more. Her name sounds a little bit more like her,
exactly.
like the other one.
We got like a real Game of Thrones situation, like who's related to who and who's banging who.
Yeah, it's. I mean, who knew? I mean, it's everything's alleged. But what's not alleged is the White House spokesperson Judge Deere confirmed Wednesday before Biden took the oath that Donald Trump indeed left a note for his successor. Presidents usually leave a note congratulating the support behind the Oval Office, but some had questioned whether or not Trump would do so, given his hesitancy in even acknowledging Biden's victory.
Right.
Now, he did leave a note. I imagine that it probably was a little bit more on the tougher side, a little less congratulatory, shall we say?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Trump is probably not the best loser. I'm pretty sure he's a sore loser.
Now, most places haven't been able to get this letter. It's usually not read.
It's usually confident. It's president to president, right? I'm pretty sure it just includes like the Wi-Fi password.
But potentially, now, don't get ahead of this.
Okay.
But
I'm just making guesses.
We don't have to guess anymore, Sean.
We don't have to guess. It was leaked?
No, but I have done my digging.
Okay.
And we may or may not have that letter.
Oh my God. Okay, you really quick, you guys, you have to realize if there's one thing that Brayton is, it is persistent. And this guy can dig. If he needs to get to the bottom of something, he will dig his way deep into the bottom of that and he will uproot it and he'll get like nice and deep so he can get to the source of it and expose everything.
It'll
be exposed.
Roto-Rooter was my nickname at...
Yeah, where were you
tennis.
When you got this nickname? Yeah,
that was tennis.
That was one day at the free entry at the YMCA, right?
Yeah.
And you got a nickname that quick, right?
Yep. They said, "Hey, Roto-Rooter guy, bathroom's clogged. Get in there."
Like, no, it's my day off. I'm here for the free tennis.
It
just doesn't matter. Somebody back that thing up.
You look like a guy who has some khakis that need a little bit of schmutz.
Okay, so anyway, what does this letter say?
We got the letter.
We got our hands on the actual letter that President Trump left incoming President Biden.
Let us know whether or not this sounds like Trump. I mean, my digging can go awry. This may not be the most accurate thing, but let's dive in and let's see.
You can confirm that this is a letter, but allegedly it was written by Trump.
That is my understanding of it.
Sure.
Potentially.
As far as we know, we don't know. But our sources can confirm that this is probably the letter.
My sources can confirm that this is indeed a letter.
Perfect. That's all I need to know.
Yes,
I believe it.
Okay. Hey, Sleepy Joe. It's time to wake up. Welcome to my office. It's the biggest room in the house. No need to measure. It is. Oh, that's a nice first line. He's welcoming into the office. So, moving on. I do want to apologize for all the Taco Bell and McDonald's wrappers in the bottom drawer. It's super important to get snack breaks when making the greatest country I've ever made great again. Now that I'm leaving on my own because I want to, I'm on to bigger and better things anyway. Okay.
Sounds about right.
I mean, this sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah.
You can use this little office for the stupid president position. I'm going on to bigger and the bestest things. I'm sorry, I'm just reading it kind of the way I feel like it would sound.
Yeah, no, you're doing good. I say keep trying to do your best.
Yeah,
you're doing good.
Yeah. I'm going on to bigger and bestest things. I finally have time to start writing that diss track Melania keeps telling me I should do. The sky's the limit. No, the sky isn't even the limit. It's just the start. I start at the sky and I go from there. Anyway, the best advice I can give you is if Kamala ever hands you a drink, have someone else try it first. Mikey would never do that to me. I'm too smart, but you seem like the kind of guy who'd fall for that. P.S. The Wi-Fi password is Big Hand Energy 33,000. Donald J. Trump.
Well, that sounds... I got to be honest. If that's not the actual letter, it's probably more Donald Trump-like than what Biden actually read in his office.
maybe it was just like an envelope of poop.
Envelope of poop.
Just like...
You know what else?
That's what 4 years was.
You know what I heard that was left besides that letter in the office? Biden accidentally came upon what Trump accidentally left behind was his copy of it's his favorite book that he read every day. I guess it was his personal copy of How to Tear a Country Apart for Dummies. And
he read that thing, had page cover to cover.
Oh yeah, it was worn.
Oh, yeah,
the pages were worn. The pages were flagged for his favorite chapter.
Donkey-eared.
It's like racism, friend or foe?
Yeah.
Or friend.
So once again, we can't really confirm whether or not that is the actual letter, but here's one way you can test it. If you are ever at the White House, try their Wi-Fi password.
It was Big Hand Energy.
Yeah, 33? Big Hand Energy 33,000.
Interesting.
Now, this might be a little bit of a deep cut, and I don't know necessarily the mind of Donald Trump entirely, but I do believe that is the exact number of emails that were deleted from Hillary Clinton's server.
Oh, so that's why. Okay, that makes sense.
That just seems to be one final dig every time that he was going to auto log into the Wi-Fi. So that is a little bit of a tedious scolding, I guess you'd say, but it was more of a welcoming thing. You'd say
it was semi-encouraging. He didn't really come down super hard on him. It sounded like he finally realized that he didn't win the presidency, whether he believed it was by the books or not, but he does believe that he's on to bigger and better things. And it kind of sounded more like a petty high school note breakup that, a girl would leave you in your locker or something. It's like, hey, I mean, if you guys broke up, if you broke up with the girl and then the girl left a letter for you, it's like, it's fine. Like, I understand it's over, but I'm on to bigger and better things anyway.
It's fine. I didn't need you anyway.
Exactly.
Like, it would be kind of funny. It was like, presidency is stupid. I didn't even want to do it in the first place. I just wanted to stick it to Obama. Why would anyone want to be president?
He just wanted to put that on his resume, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. No, whenever he applies for a loan, they're going to be like really impressed.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Because they were like that whole history of how many of your companies have filed for Chapter 9 bankruptcy? He's like, no. But look, at the top of it says President of the United States. They're like, that doesn't really like make everything null and void, but it is a gold star.
They don't usually impeach people that many times.
Yeah.
He just like turns it into a positive. You know what? Not too many presidents got impeached twice.
Under special skills, only president to be impeached twice. Actually, was he? He was never actually impeached the first time.
No, he was officially impeached, but he wasn't like.
No, he was
dethroned.
Not because that.
I listen. I'm a stoopy.
Okay,
I'm a dumb, but I do believe there are like certain like places that you can be impeached, but it doesn't fully like dethrone you.
So you can begin the impeachment process, but it goes to the Senate has to vote on it.
I do believe, I believe the Senate has to vote, and then you have to go in the House after voting on it, and then does the president veto that?
I think that's you know what? I don't think our politicians know enough about the process. They're like, we impeached you. He's like, cool, I vetoed it. They're like, can he do that? They're like, we don't know. We just kind of give ourselves raises and just kind of like sit around in these expensive
we
suits.
don't expect people to actually know what they're talking about.
Can he veto that? They're like, well, if we ask him, like, or we can't look stupid. They're like, well, just try it again.
I thought the Constitution was something I talked to my doctor about.
So I don't think he was ever completely I don't know. So I'm a simp as well. I don't know enough about our politics because
Oh, Sean, a simp is different.
a simp.
Yeah. No, I'm a stupid. If you're a simp, that's totally different.
Okay.
Do you know what a simp is?
No, you tell me what you call a simp.
Okay. You go on
A simple-minded person.
You go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Sure.
And I'm going to let you know what a simp is.
Sure, thanks. Well, I don't know. I kind of got derailed, so I guess I can talk about whatever I want until.
No, listen, a simp is an internet slang term. It's used pejoratively for someone, usually male,
Ish.
who is seen as using excessive sympathy and attention toward another person, usually female, in order to win their affection, sometimes in pursuit of a sexual relationship. So if you're a simp,
then
you just
it's supposed
you just
to be to men and women. Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of derogatory, and that's offensive.
it hurts.
Should be canceled.
Yeah, the first time I was called a simp, I did not take it very well.
Oh, so it's SYMP, simp,
SIMP.
but that would be simple. I thought it was a sympathetic. You said
Nope.
a sympathetic individual
Simp.
means.
No.
What does it stand for?
That's why I was telling you. Simp. SIMP.
But what does the SIMP?
It's I believe it is.
It's not an acronym, is it? Are we gonna break this down?
Simping is what it's currently like referred to. But no, it's just simp. That's what it is.
But no, but
the word is simp.
The definition was what?
The definition is when a guy
Right.
uses excessive sympathy and attention towards another person, usually female, towards a woman, in order to win their affection. So you're being
excessive
overly
sympathetic. Faking sympathy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm asking.
Not
If it's
sympathy. I
but
don't
it
think
says
it is.
sympathy in the. It says sympathy. So I'm asking, why is it spelled SIMP as in a simpleton? Is what I was.
That's
pretty
what
much
the
describing.
origins come
Simpleton.
from.
Whereas sympathetic
It's
spells
soft.
with a Y.
It's supposed to be soft, like you're simple, you're soft, overly sympathetic. You're cock. You're brown noser for the women.
But then why wouldn't they just spell it SYMP?
Yeah, you know what? We're not gonna. That's a word for the day tomorrow.
Why don't you guys let us know what
Yeah.
your opinions are on that?
Is Sean a simp or not?
I don't think so. I tell bitches what the truth is straight up.
With your
I am nothing but overly honest. I can be.
You're alpha dog.
No, I'm not saying that. I mean, these pythons will bite. But no, exactly. You think these women think that they can use their empowerment to get away? It's like as soon as you get wrapped up in these things, you're gonna want to stay, darling.
You're also gonna have to stay because I'm gonna hold you.
And I'm pretty sure we just lost one of our 2 female audience members that are of the female variety.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hey,
and the
look.
other one's into it.
The other one's into it. Okay, so
What else we got, Bray?
No. So just kind of going along the same lines of this stuff. What would you say for as far as Jabastion goes? Don't Jabastionate me, man.
Okay.
What is there a time in your life where you actually just had a boring scolding, or like you checked out, someone was giving you a what for, and you just were like, I could be doing better things right now.
Oh, like any job performance review ever. not that it was like a poor use of company time. Whenever they're like, okay, your performance, it was good, could be better. You know, you slipped up on these things. You know, you owned up to it, and it's like, dude. I could be reviewing myself way better than you right now. It's like, first of all, never washed my hands. Okay, never was into that.
Also, Sean, we'd really appreciate you to stop holding onto our women customers and fellow employees.
It's like, did you know that sales can increase by 20% if a woman is scared for her life and it will buy more products?
Sean, I don't know who told you that, but you need to stop telling that to everyone. That this interview is not going well for you.
I mean, I can't say that I told myself that, but I guess science told me.
Science.
Because my shoulders are bigger than hers, so I guess. Why are you laughing so much?
What are you just sizing?
Am I reverse simping right now?
Yeah, that is reverse simping.
Dude, I got some big hand energy over here. 33,000.
So most reviews, nothing, not a specific in time.
I
I will say, okay, maybe
I got a story for you. I do actually. This actually happened yesterday morning.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
so
dang.
yeah, I went over.
Fresh Java station.
Yeesh. Not at work. This is a separate.
Okay.
It's a brand new story. Went over to Vaughn's and did my regular grocery shopping. Love Vaughn's when I go in the morning. It's not as busy. Everything is stocked, orderly, clean, crisp, good to go. Love it. So you go to the line to check out your groceries. Resetting cameras over here. Cool. So I got to the checkout line with all my groceries, and you know how during COVID you have to wait in line. You can't just go up to the checkout registers and just wait in line. So you have to wait, and then it said bing. It's like go ahead to aisle 4 or whatever it says. So I'm like, cool. I go down there and nobody's there, and I look around. There's only one other cashier that's open on checkout lane number 6. And I'm like, this is really weird. I've never been in the situation where the number says where to go, and I go there and the lane's like not open. The monitor's not on. I don't see anybody walking around. I'm like, this is weird. So I leave my basket there. Yeah. And I go over to check out lane 6, and I'm asking the guy, I'm like, hey, it said to go to number 4. He's like, if it said to go to number 4, somebody should be helping you out. And I was like, are you the only other register open right now? He's like, yeah. And then at that point, somebody behind me has already started to put her things on the conveyor belt thing.
Correct.
And I was like, well, this doesn't seem right at all. And I'm like, dude, I'm getting hosed. I'm getting bent over. This guy saw me, and he's just like, dude, this guy's probably not even a Vaughn's member. I'm going to tell him to go to number 4.
Ooh.
And I was
Not even a Vaughn's member. I bet he hasn't even signed up 14,000 years ago when they started this membership.
This guy's got Ralph's written all over. Like, was it the mustache? Got some big dick energy walking around this Vaughn's that early. They're like, sir,
I'm sciencing up people. I'm seeing how big I am compared to how they are. I'm just using science.
I'm
here.
pushing people around the produce. I'm trying to make my shoulders look bigger than they are by standing next to the cuties and anyway, stupid stuff like that. Regular stuff when you go to Vaughn's.
Of course.
And so he's like, no, somebody's going to be helping you out at 4, and I'm like, okay. And
What time was it when that happened?
Oh, this was like before. I think it was before 8 a.m.
Okay,
so I was
That's a long time. If he was going to help you at 4,
not 4 at lane 4.
Oh, okay.
Check out lane number 4. So then I go over to 4, and there's a guy who I forgot. Whenever I left my cart there, I put the first 2 things on the conveyor belt. And I was like, wait a second, nobody's here. And then I went over. I went back over to lane number 4, and there's this young little like hipster kid who scanned both of my things. Mm-hmm. And he's like, is that all for you? And I was like, and I looked down at the basket, then I looked back at him. I was like, no, I've got plenty of other stuff. And I kind of like laughed. And he's like, well, sorry, I didn't see anything else on the belt. So I was just like, oh, nobody was here when it told me to go to number 4. So I had to go ask the gentleman at number 6. And I kind of had maybe not that aggressive of a tone, but definitely like an annoyed tone. I'm a customer. If you tell me to go to 4, I just want to get my things and go, and you weren't here. So what's up?
Yeah. Sounds like you're about to Jabastion them.
Yeah. No, he's about to Jabastion me.
Okay.
And he's just
in the bathroom?
In a bathroom.
Never mind.
No, you got to pay extra for that.
There you go.
It's a little early for a Jabastion at Vaughn's.
Okay.
That's more of like a food for less kind of situation. If you want your early morning Jabastion, like, you got to wait. Take a number.
Yeah.
Okay. So I started to put my things on there, and he's just like, oh, you do actually have more. I was like, yeah, I've got my whole cart. Like, at that point, we were button heads. Like,
you're clashing.
He was being annoying, and I understand that I was kind of being an annoying customer, but he wasn't understanding. It's like, dude, I didn't just like leave my cart here, go walk around. Like, I was 2 lanes over talking to your dude, like, and he comes over, he didn't ask where the customer was or whose stuff this was. He just starts scanning stuff and asks if that's it.
Yeah.
So he's being a dick.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of giving the attitude back to him. Yeah. Because I mean, my shoulders are big.
You're not going to take no
like
shit.
my big head can't take it. Yeah. my ego is here. It's good to stay here. Especially in Vaughn's. Maybe in Ralph's, and maybe a place like Whole Foods where there's people that are understanding.
Listen, we're coming out of 2020. Tensions are high.
Yeah.
And you know, you can let them pythons fly if you need to.
Exactly, dude. I'm cracking my knuckles, I'm slamming my pizza dough.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna pound that out later. A pound. So he's like scanning my things, and while he's scanning things, you usually start to either get your wallet out, or if you have a lot of things like I did, you start to bag up your own things in your own bags.
Yeah.
And I have my bags.
Like an independent person.
Right. And you can't really, it's kind of frowned upon to put your grocery bags on top of the thing during COVID. So you're kind of supposed to keep them in your cart.
On the floor.
So that's fine. So, no. So I'm putting my groceries in there, and then this guy starts to type up buttons and I'm looking at the checkout little screen where it's like insert your chip if you're paying with the card or cash or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not saying anything. It just says like welcome to Vaughn's or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So I'm still bagging stuff, and he's like, it's gonna be card or cash, and I'm like, it's gonna be card, and then he's like, okay. And then he's like types a couple other things in, and I'm just bagging up my stuff because I've got a lot of stuff.
Of course.
I've got the anxiety because I don't want somebody else to come behind me, and I've got all my things and be rude.
Yeah, it's very
I don't want to be a rude person. So I'm bagging things up, and he's like, are you going to need more than one bag? And I was like, what? And he bagged up the first couple things in my bag and had already charged me for the bag, even though he had watched me start to bag things. So at this point, it's like strike 3. I'm like,
You're about to.
I was like, no,
you're about to Bastion all over his
I was
face.
like, I was like, I don't need that bag. And I started to take things out of the bag, and I put them in my own bag because I brought my own bags. Thanks for asking though.
Ooh, that's a no-no
So
nowadays.
I threw that in his face, but the customer is always right?
That's
Wrong.
what they. Well,
He's like, sorry, there was nobody here whenever I started to scan things. Usually you're supposed to wait in line with your groceries at your own checkout aisle.
Okay.
And if you didn't need a bag, you should have said something. And at that point, I had one of two options. I could have continued to confront him, and we could have had a situation before 8 a.m. at a Vaughn's with this little hipster prick who was a small person who did, I think he had a lip piercing, and he had glasses that looked like frames that he didn't actually need the lenses for.
Yeah.
He's that kind of guy. He was cranky, probably got called in early, didn't get his morning coffee in. He had a bad attitude, and I was already frustrated.
Yeah.
And I could have continued to butt heads with him. But instead, I decided to just bite my tongue.
You turned around.
Didn't say anything. He didn't say, have a good one, or he didn't say, like, see you next time, or it's like, thank you. Or he just put my receipt in the last bag, and he didn't, sometimes like, do you want your receipt with you or in the bag? He didn't. I just put it in the bag. This guy was done with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And so I would say that was the Jabastion of the week, was whenever
you were doing that to other people.
No,
Cool.
he gave me the attitude. He gave me the scolding with the bag thing. And I could have given it back to him more, but that was the situation. I'm sorry that was a little bit extensive and long-winded, but you could tell I was pretty upset.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, so I went to the manager
You
afterward.
said, no thank you. Not in Biden's America.
So I after I loaded up my groceries in the car, went back, asked for the manager, figured out who that was, because I wanted to say, I want to leave a review online for who this guy is. And he was like, okay, well, I guess you could do that. And he gave me his name, which I'm not going to share.
Okay.
And I was like, perfect. And then I went outside and I was like, what am I going to do? And then I looked.
You're going to wait for Travis. That's what.
Now there was only like 4 other cars in the parking lot. Okay. 4 other cars in the parking lot. One of them was mine.
Okay.
2 of them were very nice. This kid, who will not be named,
Okay.
definitely probably college student.
Okay.
Works maybe part-time.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a whole lot of money.
All
Right. There was one car in the entire parking lot that looked like a college kid's car.
Okay.
Unkempt, dirty, cheap, in need of an oil change.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that the doors were unlocked.
Uh-oh.
And I decided to, instead of go back inside or take the low road and just go online and complain to customer service or something like that, I could always, just take one of the grossest food items that I purchased and kind of just dump it in his car.
Okay, we won't get into why are you buying gross food items, but that is a very fun strategy.
Not that it's gross, but it would be gross if, you worked a nice little like 5 or 6 hour shift, and then your car's been kind of like sitting out in the sun. And then when you go out there and then you realize there's been like hot vinegar baking in your car. That would be, hypothetically, that'd be a real bummer.
Or an open can of sardines.
Oh, I don't buy sardines though. I should have gone back, bought sardines, and been like, what do you think about that white Corolla outside? He'd be like, oh, I drive a white Corolla. I'm like, no, kid. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and ring me up for about 8 more of these? I'm going to go buy them. I'm going to go grab them afterwards. Why don't you do it? Hi, May. Hey, sorry.
How do you like the smell of ammonia?
Yeah. So anyway, that's about all I have to say about that.
One of the strangest and most boring scoldings that I had ever had in my life was probably when I was about 10 years old. It was in Sunday school class. And so we're doing the Sunday school like you do, right? Okay. We're learning about Jesus. We're learning about Moses. We're just getting into the Bible,
Yeah, the nice little children's stories.
Exactly. So during one of our classes, the teacher was actually the pastor's wife of the place that we were attending. And we were finishing up, closed my Bible, like you do when you're done, and put some pencils on top of it. This would not stand.
Put pencils on top of your Bible?
Yeah, I was kind of gathering stuff up. Put pencils on top of the Bible.
Like a regular number 2 pencil. There was nothing profane on it. It wasn't one of the twisty pens or pencils where there's
Nope.
like a little lady's like top flies off.
Oh, no. I wouldn't do anything so crass.
You wouldn't bring that to church.
No. I leave that in the car.
That's right.
In the 15-passenger van that my parents drove to get us there. But
The family that shares together gets scolded together.
yeah. So this shut down the entire Sunday school session, where she then singled me out and went into a full explanation on why you never put anything on top of the Bible whatsoever.
Oh, it was representative.
Yeah. She's saying,
This is an analogy.
This is the holy word of God, and nothing is higher than the word of God. Logically, in a spiritual sense, makes sense. Okay. I'll give her that as far as spiritually speaking.
Sure.
Get it.
Uh-huh.
Now, as far as in the room, there's a lot of stuff that's higher than the Bible in a physical sense.
Right. So I there's lots of things that are high.
Like,
one of the Sunday school teachers is probably still high from the night before. He's like, dude, tell me more about how Moses was burning that bush, bro.
Listen, 40 days is a long time to be on an ark. No one sympathizes. But listen, I proceeded. She went on for quite some time.
How old would you say you were?
How old was I? Maybe 10.
Maybe
8 to 10. Yeah,
10 years old.
right around there.
So, definitely-
where I don't have a good comeback to her. Where I just have to, because as a conservative Christian that we were part of, you do not question authority. Like, that's just, it's not done.
Exactly. And when a adult would come down on you like that and use you as an example, that's kind of.
She wasn't using me as an example.
She
but
is, though.
She's pointing
calling
it out.
you out.
Yeah, well, I mean, she did damn me to hell, but I mean, I feel like it was there was other things happening at the time.
Like, can we just figure out like how many sons Abraham had again? Was it many? Please stop talking to me about that.
Was it deep or was it wide?
These are great jokes if you went to Sunday school and sang songs as a little kid. It's great. Okay, so, but you have to realize now that we're adults and we're maybe now around the same age that she was, would you take that opportunity to single one kid out, shake the fibers of his reality, of his whole like worldview, and be like, how dare you put something on top of the Bible?
But also giving me logistical problems of leaving on how to carry my things. Like, it's just a built-in platform that I can hold things to. And it's also
so negative of her.
It was just the weirdest, boringest thing that even at the time I was like, seriously, lady?
Yeah, you should have. Now that you're old, if you could go back in time, do you have anything like locked and loaded for a comeback?
Seriously? No. What I would have done if I had the time, I would have grabbed another Bible and blew her mind by putting it on top of that. Just
That's been like, this is Bible Inception. It's like,
she'd probably just look at it and go, "Is that an NIV on top of a King James?
oh no.
You get out of here, heathen." The New Living Translation is not my translation. Yeah, it was incredibly boring and incredibly stupid. But luckily, it was kind of short. But it was it was kind of silly.
She sounds like pretty tightly wound. It sounds like she should be more worried about her husband getting on top of her than you putting pencils on top of a Bible. Well, she would have been way more lax about that on a Sunday morning.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't know if they had kids.
There you go.
But then again, I erase a lot of things from my childhood.
Yeesh.
All right. Just kidding.
Do you have anything else?
Yes, I do. We can go one of two ways. We can talk about, we got about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So we can talk about how our carbonated, this feels like the health industry is giving us a little bit of a scolding, right?
Okay.
Are carbonated beverages going to kill you?
Or
this is just carbonated beverages in general. So, okay, that was the thing. I gave it the actual article says the ugly side of drinking carbonated beverages every day, says science. Great. Science is talking to us again, guys. and they don't have any good news apparently. So now I'm drinking a nice little sparkling water. I love sparkling water. It's nice. Ever since
Tickles your tongue.
Ever
tickles
since
your
I was
fancy.
able to, it's fun. Like why have we been holding this from ourselves for so long?
Exactly.
I love it. I drink it every day. Now,
What's your go-to flavor? Pomegranate?
I would say lime. Actually, I'm a basic B. It's
Lemon lime?
It's consistent. It's pretty good. Actually, if I'm going to go deep cut, I also appreciate the blackberry Soleil.
Okay.
That tastes a little bit like Dr. Pepper.
Okay. Interesting. I if I'm going for a sparkling or mineral water, I really enjoy the grapefruit Perrier.
Ooh, the Perrier is very good. That has minerals, but
Sure does.
is it going to kill us? Science says that fizzy
Says no.
drinks. I don't know. It's
a great article.
Fizzy drinks are filled with CO2 have never been more popular, according to the Journal of the Beverage Industry 2020 State of the Industry report. Seltzer and sparkling water sales account for an enormous 1.8 billion units of all bottled water sales in the United States in 2019. So we are heading for a bubbly future. People are not really.
People can't.
It's growing. It's
People
growing.
can't back down from the bubbles.
Yeah. Now, but is it healthy for you to drink so many bubbly beverages? Well, for starters, if the drink happens to contain alcohol, sugar, or any unhealthy ingredients, there's a short answer: no. So it starts out with a no duh. If you're gonna start putting unhealthy things into the bubbled water, no, it's not gonna be healthy for you.
Exactly. And bubbles are fine. Whenever bubbles are transporting bad things for your body, it's bad for your body. Turns out.
Exactly. Now, is carbonation itself bad? We set to learn out more. Now, if you feel though you are drinking too many soft drinks, specifically, don't miss their other article that talks about soft drinks. Blah blah blah. Now, number one. If you drink carbonated beverages every single day, your acid reflux could get worse. Oh no.
I feel like if you're drinking carbonated beverages every day, then it's probably mostly soda. And if people are, consuming that amount of regular sugar and putting that into your body on a regular basis, then you're probably also making other poor decisions as far as your diet goes, and you probably have worse things going on than acid reflux.
Well, see, this is specifically talking about sparkling water. Like, is sparkling water bad for you? And this is what it's going into. It's clear that soda is bad for you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, everyone knows it. It's
delicious.
And if you put anything that has sugar, alcohol, any mixers and stuff like that, it's probably going to be bad for you. We all know this. This is specifically, is carbonated water itself, the sacred Perrier that we just referred to, is it itself bad? And this is going into the things that could be potentially harmful to you, according to science. It could make your ass. So one, if you have acid reflux, it might make it a little bit worse.
Okay.
So it's kind of silly to.
Do you have acid reflux? Ever?
No.
Never.
No.
Okay.
Number two. I mean, do you think the next thing's gonna be worse? Like
Worse than acid reflux as far as a health issue?
Yeah, like if you're drinking what do you if you were to say having carbonated water constantly, what would you say like a bad outcome or a health thing? Do you think cancer might be part of it?
That
Could potentially be it. It's almost in anything.
Everybody.
Well, get ready for number two, boy.
I'm ready.
Because it could make your IBS worse.
Irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of interesting.
Basically, CO2 can make you feel a little bit more bloated.
Now I don't have IBS, but when I get older, if I have multiple sodas, which are usually mixed with rum or something like that, maybe some whiskey, it does make me need to go number two faster. But it's not like I just drink my soda, I gotta go get on the toilet.
You got some other stuff in there though. You also got caffeine. You also got the alcohol in itself.
So is it really the carbon?
Yeah, exactly. Is it the CO2? But again, that is specific to someone who already has a condition. So so far, I'm feeling pretty good about my habit of having it every single day.
What's next?
And then number three is you could erode your teeth. Now, many health experts are divided on this question, whether or not carbonated beverages actually cause tooth decay. So even in their own statement, they say it may or may not be a problem.
Okay.
So
Everything. Hey, by the way, your teeth are gonna erode slowly anyway. The longer you're alive, it doesn't matter.
oh, there you go. Shoot, drive fast cars.
So if you're like, well, I don't want to, make my teeth worse, but I do want to continue to drink my LaCroix. Drink your LaCroix.
I also don't want to have my life to be boring with just regular tap.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Just do your regular oral hygienic.
Step up your game. 4, your bones may lose density. What are you talking about, bones? Come on.
My bones are pretty dense, but I'm pretty sure that's just
just
from
science.
eating fast food too many times a week in my old age.
That could be. Okay.
It's like I'm not fat. My bones are just gaining density from all the LaCroix I've been having. It's like, did you? I'll do that on my next Tinder date and be like, oh, so have you also not been working out very much because of COVID? I'm like, oh, she wants to know why I'm overweight. I'm like, actually, this is actually just bone density because I drink a lot of LaCroix.
No, you lose bone density. I feel like you're not listening.
Oh, you lose bone density?
Yeah, you can lose bone density.
So technically, I'm not drinking enough LaCroix.
Yeah, exactly.
So my teeth will rot out, but at least I'll be fit.
Yeah, that's what they say. Actually, that's probably very true.
How many times do I need to drink a LaCroix a day to cancel out a double cheeseburger from In-N-Out? Animal style.
I'm
Probably
gonna
like
say
6.
10, maybe 16.
So like a pack of LaCroix a day.
Yeah, a good pack.
That's a good go-to. What else we got?
There's a small risk of infection.
There's a small risk of any infection anytime you put something inside your body, right?
Yeah,
Brian?
or
that's why today's episode is sponsored by a special
by
birth control company.
Trojan Horses, the condom applicator for you.
Cool.
No.
We'll get a word from our sponsor later.
Yeah, we'll talk to them. I don't think it is. I don't think that is. We probably can't even use the term.
No.
Anyhow, yeah, that was it. It basically whenever you bottle something, contaminants can get into bottles. So that's not necessarily specific to sparkling water itself.
But it is canned and bottled.
But it is canned and bottled. So basically 4 out of the 5 things that they list
could be anything.
So I'm going to continue to drink all my stuff.
I would say keep doing it.
Whoever Eat This Not That writer, stop jabasting me because this really felt a little heavy-handed, and the only person that we know with heavy hands is
ex-President Trump.
And Sean's birthy shoulders.
Ish.
But
my mom was never the same after that. That's why my father hates me.
That's why.
Yep. It was a painful slip and no longer a tight fit. Oh, that's okay. It was only my cell phone. Perfect time. It was a good timing to end anyway.
Anyhow, so
still here. Now we're upside down. We're upside down compared to where we started.
No, it flips you.
Oh, you can do that in post. Anyway, I guess that's all the time that we have for this one. Yeah, it's about time to sign off.
To sign off, tell them what they got to do.
All right, Noisy Nation, or people that want to join the Noisy Nation, this is what you guys got to do. Check it out. Go ahead, hit us up on Instagram at Noisy Business Pod. We're going to be posting more stuff on there. Check us out on YouTube, Noisy Business. We're going to be posting more stuff, clips, original content, comedy sketches. We're going to start hitting the ground hard next week. We're filming a couple great ideas that we've been talking about. Really excited for that one. Check us out on Twitter, Noisy Biz with a Z. And we want to hear more feedback from you guys. So if you want us to read your fan mail on a future episode, hit us up, slide into our DMs, nice and classy, like, baby. Go ahead, get nice and deep into our DMs, and we'll get nice and deep into your feedback. Yep, leave us a review on iTunes, and we'll check you guys next time.